Y'all ever thought about changing the world?
Yeah.
So how we go about it?
We gotta stop building up neighborhoods and start building up some communities.
I mean, literally, if not now, then when? If not you, then who?
It can't be me without we.
I just feel like we're waiting for somebody to come save us.
Like, we gotta start giving back.
That's a fact, bro.
We gotta do better. What's good, y'all? I'm Roy,
I'm Brill.
I'm Jeremiah.
and this is the 8th episode of We Gotta Do Better. So we decided to switch seats today.
You know,
Oh,
do a little
updated.
something.
Get the switch up. Get
You know,
out.
do a
Get out the
little-
comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because you gotta have change. You gotta be able to adapt to change.
Like, how Jeremiah about to adapt? You the host. You
the host
Come,
today.
So,
come
actually-
run this.
For the new members, thank you for showing up and tuning in with us. For the old members, we appreciate
y'all.
you guys.
You know.
I'm actually Jeremiah.
I'm Roy.
I'm real.
All right, and so this is the 8th episode of We Gotta Do Better, and you know something crazy just happened.
Literally.
And
Today.
What is today?
To this
Today
day.
is January 6th, Wednesday.
because of the fact that there's change going on, and they just stormed the Capitol Hill.
The political
Stormed
the
it.
political climate is shifting right now.
It's crazy right now.
It's a little wild. I'm not gonna
Ridiculous.
lie. And first and foremost, like, how do you feel about like the fact that they just went in there and stormed Capitol Hill? Like,
How the hell, first of all, how did you do that?
Yeah, like how, like who, when it was like, when did they have the meeting? Like, yo, we're all going to storm Capitol Hill on
first of
Wednesday.
all, how did they organize that?
Yeah, how
it's
did y'all-
actually it's weird though, because from my knowledge, on a regular day, if you're trying to just go in there, you can't do that.
yeah.
Ain't no
But-
Secret Service on standby? Who?
I thought, I'm like, how you just gonna run up in there and nobody's getting shot?
It's
Nobody's
actually
getting
crazy.
shot.
Didn't y'all seen the footage, like the videos, like those dudes in there, like taking pictures,
They
holding
was
like
sitting in the chair.
Sitting
Like
in
they
the
was at the,
chair.
they was at the
Yeah.
first-
dude talking
Niggas-
about, yo, we not gonna stop, like we gonna keep pressing on. And I'm curious, because if you guys don't understand what privilege means, this is a clear example
Clear
of
example.
what privilege is. So I'm know for a fact. Do you guys think this would happen if it was
I mean, not for nothing.
people of different races doing this?
If we was
100%
if it was 100% black people, it's over. They
They was-
bombing us.
They was probably getting shot.
They bombing us. They tear gassing
No,
us.
but,
They
but
shooting.
what
It's
would
over.
happen was, I feel like they would paint the picture of, you see, these Black Lives Matter people are no good.
They are violent. Look
Yeah,
at them.
Look at them. Look at these thugs. They would call them thugs. So now my question to everybody is, do y'all consider the people that just stormed Capitol Hill thugs?
Yes.
Like, if
You
we, if
see,
we
I
if we
would
gonna-
love-
if
yeah.
we're gonna measure apples to apples in vandalism, like, they stormed a whole.
They actually had
Is
that you tweet for
turned
they,
government
they turned,
turned
they turned
earlier.
up.
A
Yeah.
federal building.
So
federal
vandalism,
building.
They were wilding.
breaking and entering. They're breaking all these laws, and they're just peaceful protesters.
I don't
They
know
said-
if that was peaceful. That
they
was
said
definitely.
keep the
that's
peace.
Yo,
that's
there was
Trump
like-
supporters for you.
It was a threat though. It was like we will not back down or something. Like they put a note
Yeah.
on like the desk.
On the
one of
desk.
desks.
Bro,
I don't know what
y'all
room that was
lost. Y'all lost. Trump lost.
I was like, oh.
It's over. Like, what do y'all really think y'all gonna do?
I honestly didn't know what did they think was gonna come of that.
Yeah,
Honestly,
like,
they
it
was
was
talking about on the news. They're talking about, it was just supposed to be like a delay tactic. They was like, they just want to delay.
Delay
like
what?
what?
What you call it? The electoral votes, because today they're counting the
Oh, okay.
what is it? The college ballots.
Oh.
So that's why
The final vote. The final vote
the
just to
electoral
get
college,
everything finalized.
Yeah,
That's
so
that.
because of the fact that they're counting those stuff, dudes felt like protesting, and the fact that they consider this peaceful. When you go on social media and you see them actually fighting the Secret Service got involved. Can you believe that?
They got involved.
Allegedly, and they're talking about
That was the safest.
they
Like,
was-
they did
yeah.
that very safe. They
Yeah.
that's some good protocol. Nobody got
But-
they
Nobody
didn't
got
get hurt,
hurt?
or did one person
No,
get
they
hurt?
said,
or-
they said one person got
Person,
hurt.
I don't know.
one person passed away.
But
RIP,
mind
I don't
you,
know. I don't know if that's true.
They called in all these strong armed forces when they was talking about in Baltimore. Y'all
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that
yo,
happened?
Baltimore
yeah,
was
yeah.
that was a nightmare. That was
So-
that was crazy. But
The
again,
national
look at the
building,
difference.
but
And
hold on.
Milwaukee. I think it
This
was
is a
Milwaukee?
national.
in Milwaukee too.
Yeah, it was Milwaukee. Yeah.
No, but Baltimore was like on fire for real.
Oh yeah.
And that's a national building. So that's kind of weird to me. The
Yeah,
fact
how is
that
how is a national building? There was not the same the same level of protection. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
There was people there was police there, clearly enforcing and handling that properly. And then how here, well, not properly because it was clearly a bloodbath and treating them like the people were scum. But they're gonna come to Capitol Hill
and it's actually
and turn up, and then y'all just not gonna do nothing that's valid.
mind you,
And write threats and stuff. I thought that was crazy.
it's crazy to me because they're talking about all these protests were peaceful, whatever the case is, but you clearly hear them chanting out violence and condoning it and endorsing it. So that made no sense to me. But it's a season of change right now. A lot of things are going on, and it is still the new year. And what days is they
It's
six?
January 6th.
January 6th, and yeah, we're talking about
ain't
change.
popping off.
Yeah, we talking about change, and it's like
It's a season for change. It's that time.
the country. Where are we changing to? How does it look like? Like where is this going?
It's actually crazy.
There's a shift happening, but
There's a shift.
I want to know
There was a news reporter.
how is this turning out?
Like,
No,
when
there was a
it-
news
how-
reporter
how
that
y'all
said
do-
something about that. Like he was like, "Oh, there's a shift going on." He was like, "Oh, I'm actually trying to be careful with my words because of the fact that I don't want to say the wrong thing, and it causes a shift in the wrong direction because we're in a fragile state right now as a
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
So
People
because
mad sensitive.
it's and it's like we can either be changing for the better because
Right.
Trump's leaving, Biden's coming in, and we're in a frenzy because we all honestly don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And with that being said, when you look at it, it's weird because of the fact that it can get better or it can get worse.
Yeah.
And we just praying for the best at this
I don't
point.
know. I was watching Trump. He was having him like a little campaign or whatever. I seen it on the news. And he's like he seems like very determined he really feels like
think
he's
he-
gonna win.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's like we're fighting for the White House. We're not just gonna let them take it.
That's what I remember because I was saying he has lawsuits piled up like
Yeah.
crazy because
I'm
he's trying to
like,
get all them votes thrown
Hold up,
out.
he moving like a dictator. Like these
Yeah,
people
he's
following him
determined.
like he's Hitler. Like
Oh,
Wow.
I mean,
he's not like Hitler, but like they following him. Like they really love
no,
him.
I get the reference you
Nah,
making
there's a-
because like
there's a
Hitler
pa-
definitely
there's
had a
passion
strong
thing.
influence.
We're not gonna
and-
keep bringing this up
Of
every
course
damn
not.
every episode.
Listen. We don't like that man. All right, that's not the point of what we say.
You know what I'm trying
not
to
the
say.
point
You
of
get
what
what
we
I'm
say.
trying to say.
Nah, but
Like
In terms of leadership, that's what he's trying to get.
but my
We're gonna leave it
thing
at that.
is
We're gonna leave it at
my
that.
thing is if this is where the country's going, so now everything's switching up from Republican to Democrat. All right, now the people are we're trying to change, but where are we changing to? So is there going to be some type of revolt? Because there's people that's outraged right now,
Yeah, that's absolutely.
It's
and it's
Very-
like we gotta accept the change and go with it and make the best of whatever's going on. Whether you agree that you want Biden in office or you want Trump in office, it doesn't even matter who you want in the office. It is what it is. So for you to go to the lengths of storming Capitol Hill, to me, is mind-boggling.
mind-boggling.
Is one thing from protests because something was wrong, because you know what I'm saying, someone's civil rights, someone's civil rights was
hold on.
was
In their mind though, they believe that what's going on is wrong.
no,
That's what's
to
crazy.
me,
'Cause-
this
Yeah,
bugging me out
that's-
right
hold
now.
on.
Insanity.
Look, take that. You see how in your heart you're like, oh, yo, if something is wrong, then you have all rights to do this.
Yeah.
They in their mind really believe that this is a wrong situation.
And
They were
that's-
wron.
and that is crazy to me.
Absolutely, I
That's
agree.
idiotic.
When you protest
Insanity.
because of someone is getting a knee put on their neck and is a national outrage, okay,
Yeah,
we understand.
absolutely.
Someone just got changed from office,
And it was a
and
thing
that was all that happened.
voted.
and that
It
we
was
know,
something
and we
that
already
was
knew
voted
already.
on.
It is what it is. Why now? What's this aggression?
I
Now,
feel like
but
it's
now I
starting
want to
from
know.
up top, though.
Yeah, but now I want to know who are the thugs now, and don't say like, because you know what I'm saying. Don't
A
say
spade's a spade. I would appreciate
That's
if they
just-
actually applied that same kind of energy, you know? Because
I feel like this is the example now people can reflect like, yo, nah, you really right. That is white privilege because
Yeah.
absolutely.
if you think about the same exact scenario, just now, if it was like a couple, how many people?
Weren't
It was at least 50 people, 100 people, whatever. Now think of a mob of people of color doing the same exact thing. The slander in the newspapers and the narrative that would have been pushed is, I can't even fathom what that would have been.
It's actually
like.
crazy because think about it, bro. Look, listen to the language that's being used when President Trump addressed that whole situation. He was like, "Oh, these protesters." He called them protesters, right?
But then called the protesters
But
with the other things thugs.
When everybody was marching for the Black Lives Matter movement and all these things going on, he was sitting here talking about thugs. So, America,
They're looting up.
pay attention to the language that's being used. Like, it's a thing that's being trained in our households. It's disgusting.
So
It's being programmed.
Like, think about it.
Programmed.
Listen to the language. It's a subconscious thing that's being done.
Yep.
And look at the actions. We walking for a reason. They're going in there vandalizing the Capitol Hill.
Capitol
Hill.
Hill.
Actually,
Capitol Hill.
when I first seen it, I actually started laughing because I was like, "You gotta be
I'm like,
kidding me!"
The way
Yo,
the,
they climbing on walls.
Because I thought I was like, "Oh, these white people crazy. Yeah, they crazy.
dude,
You
let me
crazy. You crazy
Let
if
me
you
tell you
think that
something.
I'm gonna go storm the Capitol.
Capitol Hill.
You could vandalize Staples, cool. You about to vandalize? Yeah, all right.
Let
yeah,
me tell you something.
crazy.
It don't make no sense. I'm at work and like I get these notifications and I'm like, you know what? What's going on? What's people losing their mind about?
Nah, that was
and
wild.
I'm trying to figure out like, is this real life? Like they really? I don't think I've never heard nothing like that. Like,
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't even know what to
where the
say.
fact, there
Like,
was.
it's just-
I don't know. I seen some facts swarming around. I should have probably double checked it. It was saying like there was not like a breach in like the government or like overthrow or something like that since like 16 or something crazy.
Bro, homeboy-
so basically that in our lifetime that has never happened.
bro, homeboy's in the
I was
in
like,
the seat. He in that comfortable seat taking pictures, bro. And
know.
what's actually confusing to
So
me?
what you think? What you think gonna come out of this? Like tomorrow?
What I hope that this just doesn't happen again, and that this
Go
whole
behind this and we just
I
move on.
hope we just be like, yo, that just people were just a little
Rowdy,
emotional,
yeah.
and we honestly we drag because we can handle this situation two ways. We can continue to, other than speaking on it right now today because it just happened today, we can keep it in the media and keep what our community, our outrage. No, these white people are doing this and that and the third that. We can keep doing that, or we just we can just drop it, let it go,
yeah.
move on, and hope that this doesn't happen again, and we can just move on with
me
the
tell you
election
something.
and
Makes it a
the,
little
the,
Let me
switch,
tell you
the
something.
switch of people
Respectfully,
personnel in the
that's
house.
not happening. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Obviously
this
it's
is,
not,
I'm gonna
but-
tell you why though. Because this is a moment where when you look at it, this is a moment of reflection. Like this is really the ugly truth of America that's starting to leak out. Unfortunately,
It's been leaked out.
no,
bro.
but it's to the point where
Saying it's like it's
getting
unavoidable.
it's undeniable. Like this is the elephant in the room. How we eating this elephant? Feel me? Because
How we
at
make
this
one?
point,
What's the next step for this?
yeah. Because at this point, I
Amputation.
don't have the answer for that. But at this point, think about it. You literally seen earlier in the year how they was using different language for those people. So now it's like it's a change going on. It's a similar situation, but different people. And the whole tone, the whole narrative is different. Does that make any sense? No. People are gonna get angry, people are gonna get aware, unfortunately. But where this is going, I have no idea.
Yeah, my concern, my genuine concern is just the division and then the widening of that gap of division. I'm very fearful of that right
Yeah,
there.
I feel.
I feel like that's a detriment to our country right there.
Part of me feels like these people are getting very, very bold, and the more this continues to go on, like they're gonna get bolder and bolder. Some people, and you never know, it might end up starting like a 2021 civil war. Like that probably will never happen, but you know what I'm saying.
God forbid, man. I'm trying to live in peace and prosper.
Yeah, nah, I'm not.
Trying to-
I'm here for the unity, man.
I'm trying to get the
we
neighborhoods
we
in
all
tune,
want unity.
man.
We just want peace and love.
No, but that's definitely a realistic situation.
That possibly could happen. 'Cause
But
you
you
never
know,
They-
but see, it's still
I hope
the beginning of the
this
year.
is this is the beginning. I hope this is like a learning thing that of acknowledgement that oh damn this is what's happening. All right, let's fix it. I hope because it happened early on in the year we could somehow resolve this
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And we
but
can
it's-
just bounce back and we just
But
get up.
actually, now I'm thinking
This
about it.
probably is the start, bro.
Started what?
Start of something crazy this year, bro.
Nah, I
2020 was crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like
wait,
in
you know what's
the
crazy?
next 10
I was
years,
really thinking about that too. I'm like, if you think about how January 2020 was,
last year,
that was what. And it's like,
and it's like, hold up.
this year 2021 is moving at the same pace. Because remember, there was a World War III.
Yeah, we thought we was gonna have
Thing
World War
going
III.
on.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the year, it was like, yo, we might go to war.
So
And now we got to do storming the freaking
Capitol Hill. So
Capitol Hill. So
every day we're making history, man. That's all it is. Every day we're making history. You just gotta wake up, smell the coffee.
yeah,
So how are we gonna adapt to this change? How you feel like to this change that's going on in America? This change that's going on in the
That's what I was
environment,
saying.
Coronavirus. You know, are we ever gonna be normal again? Are we ever gonna go outside and not wear masks?
Yeah.
Like I've been taking the train to go to school, and it's like literally everybody's on this train with masks on, and like once one person comes on the train with no mask, everybody's staring at that person.
it's crazy. It's bad. Like when I was at the mall not too long ago, walking through the mall, dude in the mall cooling, no mask on, and every time you walk past somebody, you just watching. Everybody looking at him like, yo, is he okay?
Like you might.
Now they
have
looking at you
corona.
crazy because you don't got a mask on.
Yeah,
But that's some change that we just got to deal with.
yeah, and
Is that's our life now.
Yeah, that is our life now. Believe it or not. I wish it was different.
of course, in a perfect world, man.
I wish it was, I
Like,
really wish it was different. But
like like sports are not even the same anymore. Like the crowd's not even there to give the team energy, man. It just feels
you know,
way
it's crazy because
different.
when you look at those games and you just like, damn, there's really like 100, 200 people in the crowd. There used to be thousands in the stands,
and
and
now it's not even close.
not even
Empty,
close
it's
at
empty.
all.
They got fake simulations, things like that. I feel like just the best way to go about it is just acknowledge that this is it is what it is. This is what's happening. We're gonna have to accept that until the numbers of coronavirus or whatever go down, we're gonna have masks. Now, is wearing a mask all day, every day, and social distancing, is that going to deter you from doing what you got to do on your daily basis? Is that going to deter you from your goals?
Yeah, I'm
is that
still
going to
getting to
deter
the
you?
bag. It don't
You know
matter.
what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
Me wearing a mask, though inconvenient, though I really don't want to wear it outside, I don't want to wear it anywhere. I don't know. I don't like it.
Nah,
But
nah.
that's
I fake like
that's
wearing masks.
but that's that's
Why you like
that's the
wearing
circumstances we in right now. I just got to deal with it, and I'm not letting that stop me from doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop that from traveling somewhere. I'm not gonna let that stop me from communicating with whoever I need to communicate. Doing, you know what I'm saying? These are just things that you just got to deal with, and if we can't keep bringing up like roadblocks or things and crying about spilled milk.
Yeah.
This is what's happening.
Plus we can't keep worrying about what's going on in like up there in Washington.
Yeah,
Like, you know what
that's
I'm
what I'm saying.
saying?
Yo,
Like,
yeah, like there's
You
a
know,
change in presidency.
yeah.
All right, now that's it.
Yo, yeah, you be the president. Some people don't even know. Like some people legit don't even know that Biden's about to be the president. You know,
It's actually crazy. There's
That's
a lot
crazy.
of people that
They don't
actually
care.
aren't informed about that.
so it's like
But my how we said this before, and I don't know what episode, but regardless of whoever is president,
Yeah, you gotta do
your
what
life
you
is
gotta
your
do.
life is going to be exactly the same. You gonna work for what you want, and you gonna get it,
yeah.
or you're not gonna work for what you want, and you're not
You're
gonna
not
get
gonna
it.
get it.
So,
I really used to feel like they
that's
affected
it.
us.
That's it. That's capitalism for you, bro.
nah, that's
You
true.
gonna work for something, you gonna get it. If you don't
Yeah.
work for it, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Whoever's in office is not gonna tangibly give you anything.
No.
We keep talking about the stimmy checks, but come on now, that's something that we're not gonna get 100 million of those every year. You know what I'm saying?
like-
There's going to be a point where we got to change. We got to shift.
exactly.
All right, there's new president. All right, I don't really care. Nothing happened to me for the last 10 presidents.
All right.
Or what happened with Barack Obama? If you was in the same situation with Barack Obama and the same situation with Trump, you're probably going to be in the same situation with Biden because
I'm
you're doing the
not
same
gonna
exact
lie,
thing.
though.
When
When
you think
Barack-
about it. When you think about it.
when Barack Obama was
Overall, you're probably going to be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah,
so
no, we're
what's
looking
the
at it on
what's
like
the
a personal level.
the common denominator is you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking about that, since we talking about changing, let's get away from the politics real quick.
All right.
Let's talk about like internally as far as like growing.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to change as far as growth. How do you feel like, well, we already spoke about this.
We already spoke about growth.
No, we spoke about habits which lead to growth.
Which led to, yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the answer right there.
Nah,
Start
about
with the habits. That's how you change. That's how you grow. Changing your habits
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So
I had because we talking about the topic of change. Here's a gem right here. There's two things that happen to everybody. Time keep going. Everybody has the same amount of time, and change happens to every single person,
Yo.
no matter what. No matter what. So those are the two things as people we have to manage. We are the product of our
Time
use
and change.
our use of time and how we adapt to change. There's gonna so like I said, change happens to everybody. Your parents are not always gonna be there. Eventually, they're going to pass. That's a change in your life that's going to happen regardless of anything.
Regardless.
It's how are you going to adapt to a situation like that? If say a family member passed or a loved one passed, you
it's
can
crazy.
But the thing is, people can have that situation deter their whole life, or people can make that use whatever the circumstances that happen and get stronger from that.
Let me tell you
And
something.
then you said-
One thing I know for a fact about change,
Mm-hmm.
change is really, it ultimately comes down to a mindset thing. It's more so you get a situation, you can present two people with the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
What happens up here determines what the outcome is going to be. So more so, say you got somebody that's a optimistic person who's always looking to improve and upgrade their lifestyle.
Like, I'm going to always have the good things. in life.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
say you throw them in a bad situation, right? Say you throw them in a pit. You got this other person who's a pessimistic person. Everything is bad. They always looking at things in the worst case.
Mm-hmm.
You throw them both in a pit.
Same change.
Same change. The optimistic person, the problem solver, he's gonna look at, oh dang, he's gonna figure out a way to elevate himself out that situation or get himself
Or go around
to
the
a
edge.
better outcome, the outcome that he envisions in his mind.
Like, I'm in this pit,
He's
but it's
looking
not that
up.
bad.
Yeah, he's
Like,
looking up to get out of there. He's figuring out ways to better himself to get out that pit.
Yeah.
Now you see the pessimistic person, he's looking down. He's worried about the negativity. He's focused on the negatives. He's looking down. He doesn't see outside because he's looking down at the problem around him. So when it comes to changing, it's the same thing. You gotta be able to have the mindset of when you adapt to change, because change is never comfortable. You gotta know, what I'm gonna do. What can I do to get myself to a better outcome or like the ideal life that you want?
And
Yeah, think of it like you're a butterfly or a snake. You gotta shed your old skin.
You gotta
You gotta change. You gotta shed that skin. Shed all the dead skin and all the bad memories, all the bad
I'm gonna
experiences.
say, hold on, I have to cut you off real quick. I'm happy I waited to hear that because I didn't know where I was going. But nah, the butterfly and the snake, yeah, because you shedding.
Yeah, you
I
have
felt that.
you have
Come
to
on,
change
man.
to,
You gotta
to get to
change.
another stage in life. You have to change.
have to
People
change.
people think they can do exactly the same thing and,
Hold on,
and get
What's
something
that thing?
different.
What is that thing that we always say? Our favorite thing,
What?
insanity, is doing the same,
Same
thing.
thing. You're gonna get a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
result.
Outcome.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember we used to sit there and tell ourselves that every time we was going through a bad situation from high school times, we would do something and we would look at each other like, yo, bro, you're acting insane. What are you doing right now?
Doing the same thing you
You do
just
the
complain
same
about.
thing. You do the same thing you complain about.
But
You expect
people
different
generally
results.
just don't want to change. They're stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
They're stuck in their same ideas. They're stuck in their ideology, and
really
they
hard.
they
It's
do
really
not
hard.
want to. They want to. They're fixed, but they're fixed, but yet they upset.
Yeah.
That don't even make no type of sense to me.
Like,
How you mad but don't want to just switch the situation that you in,
Like,
or
come on.
change the situation?
because in the back of their mind, like, it's like the devil in
It's
their
just
mind is
uncomfortable.
telling them, like, yo, you can't do nothing about it. Like,
You know what it is?
They really listening to
It's
that.
a lack of awareness too, I will say.
Self-awareness?
Yeah, because ultimately people don't understand. You're the creator of your own reality to a degree. Like you can look your mindset, the way you vision things, the way you see things, will play a role into your own reality. So if you always looking to improve your life, you always looking to do better, you looking in the right direction, you gonna keep moving forward. If you not looking in the right direction, you know your mind is not in the right place. You're not thinking like, oh, what can I do to do better? You caught up in the mess that you in. You're not gonna grow because you're looking back. You can't walk forward looking back. That's just not how it works.
Like me personally, I like contrary to everybody else. I like change. Change is where you grow. Change is something that, like I said before, change happens to everyone, but you can manage change. You can, by planning, you can manage the change that happens in your life.
Absolutely.
You could get in front of you. You can make, if you make your own changes, you can make. Oh yeah. Did I say that right? Yeah, I did say that right. You can make your own changes in life. Some things are obviously just going to happen to you, but you can make things. Things are going to happen anyway, so you might as well be trying to get in front of the ball and change the situation.
Be proactive.
Yeah, you be the person dictating what's going to go on.
Be 10 steps ahead. 10 steps ahead. Think of the future.
Like, you're not. We're not going to be 20, 23, 24 the rest of our lives. Eventually, God willing, we become 80 years old, right?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be sedentary and just sit down and not work out, then I'm probably not even gonna make it to 80. If I don't do any exercise, I could I can make my change a healthy lifestyle. You know, you see some people be jogging for miles and miles and they're older, but they look good.
Yeah.
Now that person that's doing that, they're controlling their change, which is a positive change.
Yeah.
They got ahead of aging or whatever the case is. Now you see them and they say, "Yeah, I'm 80 years old, but you looking good. You look like
you know why that is? That's the habits.
But they can
instill.
they manage their change. They dictated their change, that the change that happens. You can't control getting older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You cannot control certain things, but you can control the controllables.
Exactly. That's why you need
Control the controllables.
That's why I was telling you, it comes down to a mindset thing. It's more so, you gotta focus and you gotta think about it. Whatever you thinking up here, this is the control of your reality. If you thinking in a positive way, you thinking in a way for your pro change, like you said, you're comfortable with changing. If you're pro change and you always looking to change your solution, change your situation to elevate yourself, that's what's going to happen, because it's all about manifestation. It's real.
You gotta just. You hit it. You got it. Y'all got it. Y'all hit it right on the head. So it's not really much to say.
We about to go on a little break for 2 seconds. We're gonna reset the camera,
and we are sponsored.
And we're gonna be back. And we are sponsored by We Gotta Do Better. Because I'm doing better.
Always funded by We Gotta Do Better. All the merchandising by We Gotta Do Better. The legal suits by We Gotta Do Better. Stay tuned because we gotta do better.
Yes, sir. Bro, the intro mad long. Like, turn it off.
That beat go stupid.
Bro, he wanted the intro. He wanted the song to be mad long.
I was waiting for the beat to dry.
Play the sound effects, man.
It go dumb.
Let's hit it.
That's the wrong one.
Oh! 2021, we made it.
We made it, man.
It's the year change.
I don't know.
All right, since we dealing with changes, how you feel in the hot seat right now? We gave you the power. We changed it up. We changed up the whole
I'm not feeling this seat. I'm not feeling this seat right here.
Man.
There's a lot of pressure off me right now just watching him talk. I'm like this. Oh yeah.
This guy's horrible.
I don't gotta really say nothing right now.
This is an example of getting out your comfort zone. Doing something that you've never done before.
We're not used to this dynamic right here.
I don't. Naturally, they
never
making
done
me
this
talk.
before.
They want me to, be the guy that sit here
thank the
dictating.
viewers.
Shout out to
Because
you
the
guys.
viewers
Shout
is
out
out
to the
here
viewers.
pointing it out.
You guys want to hear me talk more.
Thank God for having supportive friends that want to see you do better.
Yeah, we wanted you to grow. We
want
put
you
you
to
in
grow.
the fire.
Exactly.
I appreciate everybody for the support. I genuinely just didn't speak much. It was most about choice.
Hey, you don't gotta.
No. Explain yourself. Let me hear. Because some of the viewers are like, "Yo,
People
why
curious.
Jeremiah on the outskirts sometime? You don't want to say nothing."
Yeah, I don't want to make you
But
feel
let me
like,
tell you something. One thing I learned: a wise man speaks less, listens more. So if y'all curious as to why I do that, there you go.
What?
2 ears. You got 2 ears.
We need
one mouth.
We need the what? We need the what button? What?
A wise man listens more and speaks less.
We on a podcast. You here to talk, so that's your job description, my boy.
Absolutely. That's why when I
Like,
do
you
talk,
want to listen, be a viewer, not a speaker. I'm not letting that
speaking
fly.
on his-
He's
What you
crazy.
mean?
I'm not letting that one fly.
Let me tell you something.
He
Let me
said,
tell you something.
"Why you gonna listen and do what? What you contribute? You gotta
I
contribute to the pod."
interject when necessary. I don't excessively interject. That's
You
my
just
thing.
pulling your
Nah,
leg,
yeah, I'm
man.
just messing with you.
Pulling your
But
leg.
how you feeling so far? You feeling good, or you
Nah,
still a little
good. Oh nah, it got out of me like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, nah. I can see you got more comfortable.
Yeah,
Because I feel like a lot of us, even the change with me, I feel when I'm in the middle, I feel like I gotta control.
now
the
he
whole
has to
conversation. I
overextend the
feel like-
conversation.
I feel like I have to pick y'all up and make sure because y'all put me in the middle. And now me being on the side, and I could just play a supporting role. I'm like, yo,
Yeah, it
I
feel
could
good on that
play.
side.
I could play this part.
We
You chime in whenever you gotta chime in. You know what I'm
we
saying?
we all the hosts. This is
Yeah,
our show.
Exactly.
we gonna throw
We
Jabril in the
always-
middle one day. Oh, that's gonna be a crazy
yeah,
one.
Yeah, y'all don't want bro to get in the middle. Y'all don't
Congressman
want bro to get in the
Brill.
middle now. Congressman Brill, man.
Nah,
Make sure you vote 2045.
Yo, what? Nah, I'm weak.
But so another thing, dealing with change, we all dealt with change. Our lives change. It's something that happens, as Roy said earlier. So I'll attest to it. Well, I'll talk about last year. Last year, 2020, it was a year for change for a lot of people. First, I personally,
How did you deal with change? What changed in your life that you had to?
I started my career path.
Mm-hmm.
I got a new job.
It's a good
And,
change.
yeah, it was a great change.
Yeah,
I appreciate
boy.
my fans.
Yeah.
I want to, first foremost, want to shout out God. Couldn't done without the big man. But also, so with that being said, it was hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Switching from a regular job to professional job was very intense. Like, down to the T, like the level of professionalism, just having that level of attentiveness.
Yeah.
But you understand the differences for me personally. No disrespect to any of my old jobs. I feel like this is actually more meaningful.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, it makes sense.
You were grown. You grown
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
And you used your old jobs.
exactly.
And took for whatever you had like a
Took a little.
like
I
a-
was
like a
I worked
service
at-
job,
yeah,
helping
I worked in
people.
a service job. I worked in a library.
Mm-hmm.
So
but
I was a
those
caterer.
things
Yeah.
those things help you to now where you
You
at.
get people skills. You get skills in
Yeah.
life. Everything
So-
that you do. One thing I will say, everyone, I feel like is very important. Everything you do in life, take a skill out of it. Whatever you're doing, if you're doing something, like even you working a simple job, like say you're a delivery man
Yep.
and you're doing that, right? Learn how to interact with people. You take those skills from
Master
every
that.
job, master your craft. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna
So-
cap. I used to work at Panda, bro. I could still chef up some good orange chicken, bro.
Look,
I could still chef
You
it
know
up,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
but yeah, the things like in
Exactly.
food services, you learn how to talk to people. You learn how to connect with
Exactly.
people, and that's hospitality. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. People that work
Exactly.
in hotels or whatever, you learn how to connect with
Learn how to
people. talk
cater to people, you know how to
So
connect.
that if you sharpen those up, now you're prepared for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
your
prepared for
path.
what you gotta do. Like shout out to even Home Depot. That's why I actually first and foremost learned how to deal with people, because I was dealing with customers and stuff like that. And you have to learn. Different people have different kind of like behaviors. So I learned how to interact, and that's the kind of skills that I took from Home Depot. Even though
Yeah, for me, I'm at a point in my life to where now I'm transitioning, so I'm leveling up in terms of career wise and school wise. So as I transition into getting into the school field, similar to you, dealing with children and kids, I felt like this has been a long time coming. That I'm prepared for this change. I'm ready for this change right now. But if you asked me a couple years ago, I would be like, kids.
Let me ask y'all a
I'm like,
question.
kids, no.
Let me ask both of y'all a question. Since y'all both teachers, y'all come across a student that's just like how I was.
Oh boy.
oh
What
no,
you
you
gonna
gotta give that young man a
got a-
hug.
you got a problem.
You gotta give that young man a
But
hug.
here's the thing, though.
How would you mentor? How would you talk to that kid? Like, what's some of the things that you would try to do to help that kid if you seen?
You treat him with love. You treat him how you wanted to be treated. See what happened with you. People when they looked at you, they seen a kid that was up to no good. You just an at-risk kid, just causing trouble. But at the end of the day, all kids are the same. They all want love. They all do want to learn. They all want to be called smart. They all want to be empowered.
Yeah, that's true.
Us being us in our friend group, I would never look down on any child, even if they acting out. They're clearly acting out for a reason.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you something. Firsthand, I got kids that act out, but those kids are probably the most intelligent ones. And it's like they have a level of understanding. I had this one student. I'm not gonna say his name, but he was acting up, right? Like I remember he was writing in the chats, like bugging out. I'm talking to him, so I put him in break room. I'm like, yo, what's going on with you? He told me like, yo, I'm angry, and I don't understand why, but I'm angry. And it made me realize a lot of teachers and stuff like that, they look at this kid like, oh, he's a troubled kid, whatever the case may be. That's not even what it is. He's upset, and kids don't know how to handle their emotions sometimes.
Yeah, he don't have that emotional intelligence.
Exactly. So it's like he has the IQ, but he don't got
the EQ.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they try to lump him as, they don't really know. But if you cater to that,
if you talk to him and
you
see
help him understand, like, a lot of times our kids aren't told, yo, it's okay to be upset.
Yeah.
Kids are always told, why are you upset? You shouldn't be upset.
or you're bad because
Yeah.
you feel like this.
No.
Yeah, you're not supposed to feel like this.
Exactly. They
Just
have
go to school.
emotions. Kids have emotions. It doesn't make sense. It never made any sense.
And that like them not that reason, like those kids not being reached out to, not being shown love, they grow up with hatred in their heart.
Exactly.
Like, resentment.
This
and
is perfect for kind of how you are. How did you talk about your change going from high school, junior high school to where you at right now? Talk about that change, the growth that happened all along. Like what took place in.
Yeah, let me this.
What you mean, like?
No, I'm talking about him because we were talking about basically how people would look at him as a,
Like
as
how
a
they
bad
would
kid.
look at me. So
Like,
like
someone will look at him as a bad kid,
Yeah.
but you see right now this is a fine young man right
like
here.
when I was like in 5th grade, I moved to Brooklyn. I was living in East New York for a little bit, and I was going to Beldersea Junior High School over there. And I was really crazy in that school. My grades were bad. I was fighting. I had a fight. Got beat up. It was whatever. And then people was trying to bully me and stuff like that. But I had a vision back when I was in junior high that I wanted to play high school football. So I thought I was gonna go to either South Shore or Canarsie High School.
Both those schools trash.
They wasn't
sure whooped us, but
yeah, South Shore smoked us. I
But
don't know
back,
about
back on topic. Back
yeah,
on
but
topic.
I wasn't.
He loved to talk like we was the nicest people.
Yeah, but I had visions of going to those of playing high school football. I just didn't know how I was going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So as things began to roll, unfold, I ended up playing for Proud Lions. Ended up seeing his coach because he seen that I had an arm because he thought I could play quarterback and all that. So I ended up playing Proud Lions. Then I wasn't able to play no more because we had to move back to Hollis. And when I wasn't able to play football anymore for that team and be the quarterback with the Hollis, that's when there was a transition of like me acting out. Like
you just
in
felt
the
you
streets.
couldn't handle the change. You
Yeah,
moved
like,
back
I
to
didn't really
Queens.
wanna,
You was
like-
uprooted.
Yeah, like I was just uprooted. Like I wanted to stay in Brooklyn. I wanted to play football, and I was gonna be a quarterback. I was hyped, and then me going back to the hood, and then seeing, not saying that it was bad, but the people that I met when I came back, you know what I'm saying? I started like hanging out with them, and then I started doing things that I wasn't even doing when I was living in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
like smoking, robbing people, fighting, doing all this dirty, like this crazy situations, bro. And
That's a before you finish your story, that's a
Yeah.
good point. What he was saying was he had a plan to play football. He had a plan to stay in Brooklyn, and then change happened. He moved back to Queens, back to Hollis.
yeah, but how I handle it,
And now
how I handle
that changed. Now basically that happens to many people. We have a plan
Yeah.
on what we want.
you
We
get
have
uprooted.
and we get uprooted from whatever our situations. Things just happen. Life happens.
Yeah.
You couldn't control at whatever
Yeah,
age it was that you was
yeah.
gonna move back to Queens. And you handled it the way in your mind how it worked, how you
Yeah, I
the best
didn't-
way you could, you handled it.
I came back 7th grade. I remember, I'm never forget this. Mr. Webster, he said, I told Mr. Webster, I want to go to Jack and play football. He said, you would never play over there.
And then you was like, bet.
He bet. Like,
That's what I'm
say
talking
less.
about.
He said, you will never play on that team. And then when I went there and then he seen me starting, he was like, I'm proud of you. Proud of you.
That's what's up,
Yeah,
though.
you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you already know, man. We're just going to have to take a few seconds for my sponsors.
Yeah, the technical difficulties again. The regular.
We gotta do better.
We gotta do better. We gotta charge the camera. Come on now. We really gotta do
We
better.
gotta do better.
That's a fact. But this is really us just freestyling, talking about change, because
Change, you know.
change of the weather, change of the seasons.
All right, guys. So we had some technical difficulties. We're gonna actually wrap this episode up now. Sorry about that. The camera went out again.
We gotta deal. Yo, this is the change we gotta handle. We have to change our camera.
This is it.
We have
Please.
to change our camera. This is the third episode with technical difficulties due to us in that camera. We gotta do better.
So one thing we do want to
Sony,
say, any
Sony,
donations,
please fix your
anything.
cameras. Please fix your cameras.
Sony sponsor us because us being sponsored by us is just clearly not cutting it.
Not at all.
We need some external funding. Please help us out. If you believe in the cause,
You know.
go throw us a little couple dollars. We got a Cash App going. We got all that.
Yeah,
you know
yo,
what I'm
all
saying?
that, yo, all that.
But definitely, yo, we apologize.
All
The conversation just got cut short.
It's actually terrible, but we gotta do better.
Yeah, it is
One
what
step
it
at a
is.
time, we
Yeah.
gon-
Our
It
circumstances,
is what it
we
is.
gonna have to deal with the
With this
change.
change, that's it.
And
So,
boom. That's
All right.
it.
See you guys in
outside, man.
episode 8.
We out.